Hello, and welcome back to my Let's Play series. This is Batch 2, and I think we have a very interesting episode for you this time. I've done quite a bit of work around the house while I was off, making things look a lot better. Hey, what happened to these two little baby cows? What are you doing outside of the pen, eh? Eh? Get back in there. If I can just push them in. Get in. Oh! Oh no, this sneaky guy tried to get out. Well, it's okay. We'll just grow up outside the pen and I'll bring him in later. But anyways, I'll show you the work I've been doing on the house since the last episode. I have done quite a bit of remodeling, as you can see. I removed the purple wood off the side parts here, mainly because, well, it kind of made me want to throw up looking at it. It's just not a color I liked. And I replaced the cherry wood here with ghost wood that I found in Nether and used the cherry wood instead for the roof of the house. And actually this roofing job took me an incredibly long time to do. I'll quickly run up stairs and show you what I've done inside as well as the roofing job. Now take a look at that. No broken edges at all. Thing this all together with stairs took me far too long. I probably could have spent my time better on something else, but hey, at least it looks kind of nice. Now on the deck here, this redwood that I used here is bloodwood from these blood trees in the Nether that actually grow upside down on the roof of the Nether, and it took me quite a while to find enough to place them here. I've decided to use some more of these because this is an all-wooden building and it's fairly prone to fire damage right now, except these redwood planks here are fire resistant. So I'm thinking of actually working a lot more of this wood into the building structure, maybe making some columns that I'll space on the walls in different sections just in case if one part burns down it doesn't take everything with it. Additionally, this floor here is dark wood from the Nether, which is another nether wood that I found. It has this kind of cool blue color. It's not fire resistant or anything, but I think it looks nice nevertheless. Now I've moved my bedroom up here, but I think even more astonishing is the work that I've done downstairs in the power room. Completely replaced all the walls and lit everything up with glowstone and set up my machines properly. As you can see, I think this looks a lot better now. I've used a lot more of this ghost wood here. This is a wood texture that I really like. It has a nice pattern to it. The inside of the house now connects around the other side upstairs too. So you're back in this kind of center room. And in here, in this part, I'm going to make a kind of study area. We'll have an enchanting station here, enchanting table with bookshelves, as well as a beginning Farmcraft station here, and then some Mistcraft here. Eventually I will move my Farmcraft probably to an area that has more this in it. I'm not sure what the this is here, but since there are no silver woods around or anything like that, it's probably not terribly high, but you never know. And in this section here, I'm going to work on the kitchen. Well, let's head down quickly back downstairs, and I'll just go through the rather basic machine setup that I got going. So here I have two pulverizers connected to induction smelter. One is purely for just ore input, and then the other pulverizes stone to produce sand, so I don't have to keep feeding this guy with sand. The sand is felt from a cobblestone generator from an igneous extruder. Unfortunately, this pulverizer here will produce gravel, which eventually will clog it up and stop it from working. So what I usually do to deal with this situation is I just place a void pipe in the back and have the gravel just output it directly into the void, because it's not a very useful material to keep around. See, I already don't even know what to do with this. I'll just throw it in the corner here and let it despawn. Yeah, and then besides that, it's nothing too interesting, just two powered furnaces to a chest and magma crucible like a transposer. However, over here beside this lava tank, I've set up another liquid transposer that's set just to make infinite obsidian. So it will take water from aqueous accumulator that's placed underneath and combine that with lava from the tank. It just make tons and tons of obsidian for whatever we need it for. So that's the house setup, and I think right now would be a good time to probably get the enchanting station up since I have 43 levels, and it'd be good to place at least some of that enchantments on a book for later use. Oh, I picked up this useless gravel again. Alright, in here I should have, there we go, all the books I need for that, and I'll make a couple more so we can get some enchantments growing right off the bat. Where's my leather chest? Wow, I moved everything around. I don't know where anything is anymore. I was pretty sure it was in right here. Alright, there we go. So 3 leather. I need some more paper, and I do have enough sugarcane. 9. Alright, and I will also need some wood. You're going to need 45 times 6 wood, which is like 90 times 3. And I should be able to get that. I'll just use this pink eucalyptus wood because I don't think I'm going to be using that for anything else. And that, 3 stacks of that will be way more than enough. I think just 2 will be enough, but I'll take the third to be safe. Okay. Get this going, and it might be a good idea to produce an anvil as well to place beside the enchantment table right now. Should have a ton of iron here. I remember an anvil is 4 iron blocks, and then it's just some more iron on top. What is it? Oh, 3 blocks of iron and 4 iron. Okay, so 3 blocks of iron is 27, so I need 41 iron. And I'll just build all that stuff down here, just in case I forgot to bring something. I won't need to run all the way back downstairs. Okay. 3 blocks. I think I took way too much iron, but oh well, better too much than not enough. Well, yeah, it was 31, not 41. Can't even add anymore, it seems. Alright. Get those bookshelves quickly, and then see if we can get any cool enchantments. Yeah. 2 of those things would have been way more than enough wood. Actually, I think the best way to do it is just to take this, do that, do that, do that, that, and there we go. Oh, yeah, it was, sorry, 15 times 6. Well, I guess I got a lot of excess wood. At least I have enough bookshelves. And I hope these... Oh. Eucalyptus wood produced these kind of like flaming pink bookshelves. Well, I guess we'll go for that for now. I might change that up in the future. Okay, and enchantment table, we'll need 2 diamonds, 5 obsidian, and another book. Way more than enough obsidian. I really like those kind of automated obsidian things. There's nothing worse than having to spend time mining obsidian. It's just so unbearably slow. These pink bookshelves better work. Honestly, after this video is done, you'll probably never see those pink bookshelves again. I don't think I'll be able to tolerate that even if they do work. The color is just, yeah, a little too much for me. Mostly prefer darker colors myself. Okay, let's get this setup going. Hopefully score a few enchantments, and then the next thing to do would probably be to start up some Farmcraft. Unfortunately, Farmcraft's a little hard to do now with all these mods if you don't have bees as well. And that's not that you have to go particularly through the B steps to get to the other cool stuff you don't want to do with Bs. But the problem is that the aspects that you use in your research table will more often than not turn up all like the B things first. And to progress those, you need, I can't remember what it's called, but it's an insect. Oh man, that's horrible. The insect kind of aspect, which is kind of hard to acquire if you don't have a lot of Bs. Sure, you can get it from string and spider eyes, but string and spider eyes can be lacking too at times. Is this really 15 bookshelves? What am I doing wrong here? No, I think it's just 15 bookshelves you need. Or is it 45 bookshelves? Let's check here. So I'll throw a book down. Oh yeah, it's just the 15 bookshelves. Even though it's not the most complete, nice looking pattern here. Hey, they work, and I'll throw in a few more bookshelves, maybe 4 here, another 3 on this side, so 7 more to get it, you know, more fuller looking and complete. But for now this pattern works, and hey, our enchantments are working fine. It's cool, you can pick this up and put it down to get more. I never learned how to read what this stuff is. I don't know if you even can, but let's see what we got here. Oh, not bad. That's pretty sweet. I think it might be time to produce one of these uber picks, or grab that cobalt pick that I made. I never did make a cobalt pick, but I do have the next level up, this ardite pick. And I can put that on that, and that will last a little longer that way. Okay, we'll just use up the rest of these enchantment points on this 11. And sharpness, which is decent. You know what, I'll throw that on the sword I have right now. Anvil, what's a good spot for the anvil? I think right here will be a good spot. Yeah, it should be fine. Oh, I guess I can't enchant these? Or did I completely forget how to enchant things? Yeah, I can't enchant this sword. Well, that's unfortunate. I guess I'll have to use this stuff for other gear. I was hoping actually for some iron enchantments. The way I can actually enchant those swords is through the Tinker's Construct editions. You know what, maybe I'll go do that right now. I have quite a bit of nether quartz, and I can put some pretty cool sharpness on that sword. I'm not going to be getting to the ME system just quite yet. Okay, we'll fill this up into a block. Oh, you can't produce blocks of it like... Oh, there we go. It's just a small square to make a block. Nice. And now speed it up a little bit. Nice, and that is almost full, so that sword should be a little better. And I can quickly look in here and see what other kind of effects I can possibly put on the sword that might make it better. So, for the modifiers, forced swords, paper, cobalt, alright. These are just the materials. Okay. Diamonds and emeralds increase durability. Speed, redstone, which I've already put on my pick. Auto repair, this is what I really want to get before I start to use Ardite or Cobalt tools too much. For this I need some uh, mossy cobblestone, which I can get fairly easily in the Twilight Forest, so it might be a good time to build a portal there too. As well as you can throw lava crystals on a tool. It smelts blocks as they're harvested, set mobs on fire. So this would be cool to put on a weapon. And for this I need to go and grab some blaze rods, lava, and I think these are fire charges, which I also have to get more blaze slits for. Luck, which I have on my weapon. Sharpness, fiery, set enemies on fire. Okay, so I only need blaze powder to do this on a sword. Life stealing properties. Oh, but I need weather skeleton skull, bone, which I don't have. Silk touch, that's something I kind of want to get. So I need to make a silky jewel. Yeah, it's something to definitely put on my pick. And I first need to find some emeralds, which I don't have. Knockback, reinforced beheading, creative arthropods, not too important, but smite is pretty good, and that's an easy one to produce. All you need is dirt, rotten flesh, and bone meal, and this gives extra damage to undead. So, I might just hold off on that for a moment. I think, since I can only put 3 enchantments here, I'll go for the sharpness, the fire enchantment, and the auto repair. Or should I save the auto repair for Ardite weapons? Yeah, okay, maybe I'll do that. Let's play around with this consecrated soil smiting thing. Okay. So, bone meal. I can get a ton of bone meal because I got these bone segments from the nether in a boneyard biome. Okay, and then I need dirt and sand. I'll just smelt that up for a bit, and this will make the weapon do quite a bit more damage to undead. I need to turn on the power system. Alright. Yeah, these give so much bone meal. That's amazing. Okay, so I'll just make a ton of consecrated soil. Something like this. Oh, I forget. Actually, I think it was just no sand. Made everything else right. Oh, my poor memory. This game really gets to it. Dirt. Flesh. Bone meal. Graveyard soil. Awesome. Put that junk away. Now we just need to cook up the graveyard soil, and we can throw it in the weapon, and it should be significantly better against zombies and skeletons. Well, it won't help against like anything that's not undead, such as creepers and whatnot. These books, I'll throw in a brand new chest that I'll just make right now to put by the enchanting table. I'm a big fan of iron chests, as you may notice, and eventually I just end up upgrading all my chests to iron chests. I don't usually go past that to like the gold and diamond. I don't know, it's just a little too expensive for what you get out of it, I think, but that's just my opinion. And now I have to find something to do with all this purple wood that I got from taking apart those ceilings. Like, what am I going to do with 3 stacks of purple stairs? Bam. Iron chest. Quickly run upstairs. and throw that by the enchanting table. By our pink bookshelves. Oh well, too bad I didn't get more armor enchantments. See, one thing I haven't even done yet at all almost is produce any armor. All this amazing stuff I have right now I was lucky enough to stumble onto from some pretty serious mobs I fought. Oh well, but I will get some good enchantments for armor soon enough, I'm sure. Move this away, and this might be a good time to get started on some Mistcraft stuff. Because there's no MIP map available in this mod. I can always add it in, and it is officially supported actually, if you do add the MIP map in. But I'd rather not, because it just doesn't seem to be in the spirit of this mod. So I think what I will do is instead just use a bunch of linking books. You know, I'll write down the coordinates for my base, which is pretty close to spawn anyways, as you can see here, 221, negative 164. I could always find it from spawn pretty quickly, and then I'll just start exploring and just bring linking books to travel back and forth, set up a little bit of a nexus in the nether, because I can't directly link from within the same dimension. Okay. Let's throw these modifiers on this sword. And this will be enough to give us the full level of smite. This is going to take a bit of clicking, so I'm just going to pause the video for a second and I'll be right back when this is done. Alright, and my sword is finished with smite and sharpness. And even though it's daytime, I see this flaming kind of dark skeleton dude here. Let's try this out. Not bad. 2-hit kill, not quite 1-hit kill yet, but that guy was a pretty high level mob. He may have taken quite a bit more damage though from the fact that he was on fire, but well, we'll soon get to try this out a bit more, I think, in the nether. I think it's a good time to do some exploring, but it's got to get that nether nexus going first so we can teleport back here just in case we get lost. Just need a bit more paper. And whenever I harvest these things, I think sometimes they fall down here, but it's always so dark. But when I try to swim down to recover any cane, I'm not sure if I'm getting it or not. But that's okay. 13 will be more than enough for what we need. Okay. So. Wow, I got fire charges from that dude. That's pretty sweet. I didn't know that was a drop from those guys. Okay, so we got paper, not sugar. Throw away the excess cane. And I also went out, and between this video and the previous one, I got some ink sacks. Now, I didn't cheat with the minium stone to get these ink sacks. I actually jumped into the ocean and swam around and hunted squid. Not that I have a lot that I could transmutate into them. I guess, well, there is all this bone meal, yeah, that's true. But surprisingly not, this is probably the first playthrough I've ever had where I haven't found any vanilla flowers at all. Not only that, but I also haven't found a single feather. I don't even know if I've run into a chicken yet in this game. So that is something I'm really going to need to go seek out, because I don't believe there is any alternative way to get a feather. Let's see what it says here. How to make a feather. No, you can't make a feather. Okay, so let's set up that writing desk and make ink. And then we'll make some unlinked link books. I like this stuff can actually stack after you make it. And this will give us enough. We're going to need 2 link panels and some more leather, I believe, which means we gotta go pay our cows a bit of a visit. Or those baby cows are still wandering around outside somewhere. Oh, yeah, I guess they grew up. Well, you pay the price for your freedom, cow. At least it's a one-hit kill on a cow. Alright, where'd that second escapee go? Have to round these guys up. That's what you get. Alright, cows. You see that? Let that be an example to the rest of you. Here's the food. Make more babies. Alright. Yeah, let's put the rest of this away. So I'm saving up all my beef here because I think I want to make some cheeseburgers soon. That sounds like a pretty good idea. Those are supposed to restore a massive amount of hunger bar. I think it's over half your hunger bar will go up from that. Lately I've just been drinking apple juice because I seem to always have massive excess of apples. Alright, and I'll place ink mixer down here. Load it up with some ink, some paper, and we'll need 2 linking panels. Oh. Well, I need one to get to the nether. And I need a book to get back. And then I need a book to carry around with me. Can I make one more? Oh, sweet. Yeah, okay. Well, oh, nice. That gives me 5. So I can actually make a book to nether, a book to get back from nether, just kind of like permanent books. And I can make a book to get back from exploring in case I get lost, because I'd really like to find a library where I can get some Mistcraft books. As well, I'd also like to find an NPC village, so this will be a good place to start for this stuff. Okay, unfortunately to make a writing desk, I'm gonna need to find a feather, so the exploration part definitely comes first. So let's turn at least 3 of these into unlinked link books. There we go. And we will link one somewhere around here. Yeah, I think right in the center of this room's the best part. I think you just right click to use it. There we go. So we have a linking book to return to the overworld from the nether, and then we want to go to the nether, set up a station there, and then make 2 books to come back to the nether, because we're going to be exploring the overworld. Okay, so we want to make a few book stands, which I think the recipe is fairly simple. Isn't there a special name for it? So the lectern is something else I can use as well. Yeah, I kind of like the lecterns. So let's go with lectern. A stick, and then a stair pattern of wood for 2 lecterns. And I will need to make at least 4. Okay, I'm not going to use this pink wood because I'm just afraid they're going to come out pink again. And I'll make a bunch of lecterns. Sure, why not 20? Okay, and then some blocks to put them on. And what would be a cool color? I think I do rather like this bloodwood. Okay, and we'll put the lecterns down here. The writing desk, I think I'll try to fit in right there. And then the Farmcraft stuff, I don't know, maybe I can go upstairs. You don't really need that much room for it at the beginning until you find a place with good views. Cool. Yeah, and I'll just throw the rain dust down somewhere, move some of these out of the way later. And I will need 1 to take to the nether with me as well. So I'll just grab one of these and head off to the nether now. Yeah, because I have my book Back to the world. Sweet. And why don't we take some more cobblestone? You know what? I'm gonna build this base in Nether out of regular stone, and then off camera I will chisel away to make it look kind of cool, like this area here. It will look kind of industrial, I guess, but that should be fine. Okay, I don't need to chisel quite yet, but off to the Nether to set up a bit of a nexus. Now I don't have to make this very close to my portal here. I kind of want to make it closer to the pump, because I can already get back and forth to this portal area pretty quick, just through the portal. So let's hop up by the pump and build the nexus up there. Uh-oh. Whoa. What did that to me? Those spiders... Oh god, I hate these guys. Wow. The sword's definitely better. It one-hits these little guys. Oh, and there's a ghast. Haha. That was sweet. I regained 3 more levels, I think, off that. Okay, gotta get up there by my pump. And the pump doesn't even look like it's been dropped into level of lava at all. Luckily I brought some torches this time. And where are there any of those upside down trees around here? Oh yeah, there's one. The ceiling, there's a second one. Those things are really cool. I rather like those. Alright. Clear these plants all the way, and I think I'm just gonna build it in this open area here because I don't want to spend too much time digging into the rock around the Nether. Make this a little bigger. Also don't want to die. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it'll be 8. And that's 9. Yeah, that should be big enough. For now, at least. The 9 by 9 will be enough space for this nexus, at least at the beginning. And then later, if I need more room, I can expand it a little farther. Pump's running well. Good, good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then I will do walls as well. Okay, this is kind of starting to sound like a Direwolf 20 construction thing, but I will come right back after I've built this 9 by 9. Okay, and I'm finished. As you can see, it's pretty just nondescript 9 by 9 stone building. And I think there might be, I don't know if you find spawners in Nether. Well, no, you do definitely blaze spawners, but a lot of spiders were spawning on top and dropping in on me when I was building this. They weren't too much of a challenge though, but it was an annoyance for sure. So, let's put down this lectern and load up the linking book back to the overworld. There we go. And now we'll set one up here to come back to the Nether. And there we go, linking book for the Nether. So we have a pretty pretty good start, and I'm going to make a second one here, but we can take on our explorations just in case we get a little too lost. Sweet. So 2 for another. Okay, let's head back. Probably should have backed up the server before doing this, but I have faith this is going to work. Sweet. No issue at all. Okay, we'll place our first one for another over here. Nice, so now we can go and do some exploring. Let's just test this out first. Okay, no issue. And now to do some exploring to try to find a town, at the very least find some feathers, so we can go to a random Mistcraft age, which I will definitely back up the server before doing. I'm just going to unload some of this junk here. Dirt. No more room in the dirt chest. What don't I need here? I guess, well, we'll just throw some of this away. I'd rather keep the netherrack tainted dirt for now. Not that they're particularly useful, but might as well. And we'll just toss the rest of this away. Right, hellbark leaves. Oh man, I wish I had a sorting system up right now. Soon enough, I would like to get this ME system going. Okay, and I will just throw this junk in here for now, so I don't waste too much more time. And for food, I think I'm just gonna take a whole stack of apple juice because I don't really feel like cooking anything up right at the moment. I could make some apple jelly, but I don't really have a lot of jelly. I have lettuces, so I'll make spring salad as well. And this should be able to last us very long for exploration. Repairing the pickaxe would be a good idea too. Just in case we run into some mining. I don't think we'll go through the rest of the durability in this pickaxe. This will actually last very long. You can see how little one block of aluminite increases it at this point. Because if it's a durability addition, we have the diamond. Okay, let's get the food going. I picked up that dirt again. Okay. Juicer, cutting board, mixing bowl. Gonna juice some apples. And make some spring salad. Okay, and that is really more food than we're gonna need for this journey, but that's okay. Never be too safe with food in this mod. Alright, and let's be off. How much? Oh, we don't have a lot of daylight left. Okay, so I'm just going to pause the video and come back in the morning. And it's morning right now, but I just had a look at the time, and it seems like this video's already running pretty long. I don't like to keep them longer than 40 minutes because I think that's about as much as people can stand at once. So I'm just going to cut it right here, and I'll have the next video up like probably around the exact same time as this one. So if you want to continue watching, you can follow that one right away. Alright, see you soon.